Good afternoon. Today we are going to talk about the Apple iPhone 16. This is a new product launch that was released on September 20th, 2024. We'll talk a little bit about the product, but mostly we'll focus on the supply chain and the score model application. Looking at the score model application of plan, Apple uses consensus methods to gain better understanding, shaping, and predicting customer wants and needs. They also conduct surveys that take a bottoms-up approach where opinions drive their final decisions. Volume is estimated using tentative approach. This is based on available data with the understanding that market conditions and new information may warrant some future adjustments so they can remain flexible. Consumer panels are used during early stages of the manufacturing to assess future performance of the products in the market, and inventory control departments handle item history and planning, handling, estimation, reorganization, and after-sale assessment of item performance with the dealers. They also take into consideration what kinds of technologies that are going to be up and coming in the near future that will be driving the different products. Different components like volume, sales, costs, and profits also weigh into each decision that's taken. Looking at the source segment, Apple orders in high quantities to prevent other companies from ordering materials for their own products. This maxing out of certain suppliers provides Apple with some leverage when it comes to pricing, as it makes the supplier dependent on Apple as their primary customer. They select suppliers that can meet quality standards, cost effectiveness, and environmental sustainability, and suppliers also must adhere to their supplier code of conduct. Key suppliers for the iPhone 16 specifically include Cirrus Logic for parts for the camera upgrades, Broadcom to enhance their Wi-Fi, company Analog Devices is going to produce force sensor for camera control buttons, and Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing is producing the A18 and the A18 Pro chips for the iPhone 16 lineup. Some of the raw materials are sourced, the aluminum is sourced from Australia and Canada, silicon is sourced from the United States and Japan, lithium and cobalt are sourced from Chile, Argentina, and the Democratic Republic of Congo. In considering the make portion of the score model application, the component manufacturing Apple uses is they collaborate with specialized manufacturers worldwide. Once the components are manufactured, they're sent to assembly plants, primarily in China. The manufacturing process combines with manual labor. They also use automation, robotics, and after the iPhone is assembled, each unit undergoes a rigorous testing. Some of that testing includes functional tests that include the connectivity features like cellular, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, durability tests. They do drop tests, bend tests to ensure that they can withstand their everyday use, and water and dust resistance is tested to meet the IP68 standards. Looking at the deliver portion of the score model, suppliers ship raw materials to the component manufacturers. The component manufacturers then ship those finished components to the assembly factories and facilities, and assembly facilities ship finished goods to the direct distribution channels such as physical locations, or they also ship to warehouses near indirect distribution channels. Some of the direct distribution channels include physical stores and online stores that are Apple specific. Indirect distribution channels can include third-party sellers like Walmart, Best Buy, and Target, and also carrier providers such as Verizon and AT&T. E-commerce are also used to sell the products. In the return section of the score model, Apple designed products for repairability, making them very easy to disassemble and repair components, therefore extending lifespan and reducing the electronic waste. They've also streamlined its return management process by offering convenient return options, quick refunds or exchanges, and clear communication to ensure that the return experience is seamless. They operate a refurbishment program, and they restore return devices to like new condition, also complete with new warranties and new packaging and accessories. They encourage customers to utilize the trade-in programs and recycling partnerships for responsible disposal. Moving to the enable portion of the score model application, Apple uses robotics and automated manufacturing systems to increase their production speeds and to maintain a high product quality. Automation also helps to reduce human error and improves their efficiency, particularly in the assembly of the devices. Apple can also use data analytics to forecast demand, optimize logistics, and minimize delays by using sophisticated data analytics. Predictive maintenance, Apple applies predictive analytics to identify potential issues before they cause significant disruptions and to maintain product equipment. This allows for continuous production, minimizing the downtime, and also ensures that the product reaches the market on time. Apple is very active around the sustainability and environmental impact space. One thing that stood out was the company has a supplier code of conduct that provides expectations of suppliers regarding several different touch points. Labor and human rights, health and safety, environment, ethics, management systems are just a few. The suppliers are regularly assessed to ensure that they are compliant with this supplier code of conduct and that they're held accountable to the expectations. They're working towards only sourcing recycled and renewable minerals and materials in their products while sourcing these materials responsibly. They're working to improve conditions in and around the mining communities and also working toward carbon neutrality by 2030. Regarding risk management and mitigation strategies, Apple works to diversify its supplier base. This strategy reduces the dependency on a single supplier or a certain region. Contingency planning and rapid response strategies are well in progress. For example, during the 2020 Black Friday sale, Apple faced significant supply constraints for the iPhone due to the complications of COVID-19 and the different restrictions that were placed in China. So Apple made swift preemptive measures and logistical adjustments to help minimize the impact on the sales. They constantly work for continuous improvement and innovation, and they leverage data analytics and machine learning to forecast demand accurately and optimize their production schedules. This allows Apple to adjust their supply chain dramatically and to ensure efficiency and responsiveness to market changes. There's different pros and cons to the effects of globalization on the supply chain. Some of those things can include access to lower cost labor, which Apple does leverage by utilizing countries like China and India. Manufacturing facilities are closer to the different suppliers for the raw materials. But some of the hangups that could be created because of the globalization is political issues. Political issues could cause increased costs and production complications. For example, Apple has a majority of their manufacturing facilities in China, and currently China's relationship with the United States is deteriorating. These political climates could create issues in the future. While Apple is probably considered one of the most impressive supply chains in the world, it did have a few recommendations for the company. They do need to move more production out of the singular location. As mentioned before, the political tensions increasing with China and the United States, Apple should explore other countries that are capable of providing similar service and workforce to try to diversify that. They should continue to develop automation and robotics and their assembly to further increase their production capabilities and to reduce the human error. Also, as the new administration is about to take place, there's a lot of talk about extended or increased tariffs. So they should explore what options there are in manufacturing products in the United States so that finished products are closer to the customers and so that they can avoid the tariffs.